All right, so we get to drive the 2022 Subaru WRX for the day. Basically, I'm going to show you guys around the car, do a little walk around of the interior and exterior, as well as all the mods that Aeroflow has done to this car. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what it's like to drive as well. I know this car has gotten a lot of internet hate because of the way it looks. I know people clown on the WRX, saying it looks like a Honda. I mean, here is my Civic Type R. I don't know if you guys can see any similarities. There's a couple. I want to show you guys the rear of both these cars side by side. It's not too terrible looking, but I can see why people say the WRX looks like a Civic. Oh! Holy shit! Cargo space test. Nice. Okay, right off the bat, I just want to say the speaker system in this car sucks ass. The speakers have no bass whatsoever. Music sounds very tinny. So yeah, not a fan of that. Anyways, in this video, we're basically just gonna do a little exterior walk around, talk about the interior, and then basically a little bit of what it's like to drive. It's pretty roomy, by the way. Okay, so quick little exterior walk around of the 2022 WRX. Obviously, this one is modified. There's a couple things that do make this car look decent. I mean, from the factory, this car is pretty hideous in my opinion, but Aeroflow, owner of this car, did a couple things to make the car look a little bit better, you know, kind of like what it should have looked like from the factory. To start off, obviously, here we have these over fenders that are now paint matched. So the body cladding is no longer black, but it is paint matched to the car. In my opinion, this looks much better. This car is lowered on ISC suspension coilovers. It's got a good stance. It's got aftermarket wheels. We got TE 37s. It's funny that these are bronze on a red car, kind of like my Type R back then. And I got the rear fenders paint matched as well. And then what they also did was they painted the black cladding on the rear bumper. So that usually is all plastic, black plastic. Yes, it does look a little better, but still, in my opinion, this car suffers the most in the rear end. It looks pretty weird. The proportions just don't make sense to me. Those taillights are strange. They kind of look like the new GR86 BRZ taillights, kind of mixed with like a Honda. It looks like it's chopped and just very awkward shape. The overall look, the appearance of the taillights, not a fan of, but the inside, it's kind of cool. It's got like this like flowing lava, you know, inside of the actual tail lamp. It's kind of cool. There is no wing, no spoiler, nothing like that. Here we got a custom exhaust that they already put on. We'll go ahead and show you guys a sound clip. Then we have the Aeroflow splitter kit. We have a front splitter over here, side splitters, and the rear aero fins. We have gloss black roof wrap, a nice touch. I do like the front end of this car. It's very similar to the last generation. Headlights are pretty nice, pretty aggressive looking. Car looks pretty good in red. Not bad overall. Sitting pretty good now with all the aftermarket changes. The only thing I would say is I wish they would just paint match the side skirts now. That part of the body is still black. I think once it is paint matched, just like the fender flares, it like ties it all together and makes the car look a lot better. All right, so now we're in the interior. First of all, steering wheel, not bad actually. It's pretty comfortable. I do like that it is flat bottom. So you get a flat bottom steering wheel. The size is decent. Got the horn. This is kind of tacky. I'm not a fan of the fake carbon fiber plastic here. There's actually quite a lot of plastic in this cabin, as expected from Subaru. It's not a luxury brand. This is not a luxury car. You get this Nintendo DS style screen in the center console. Obviously, if you get the upper trims like the premium, you get a full size display touchscreen. Here for the base model, you just get like this dual screen. This is interesting. The controls for the AC vents actually kind of look like volume knobs. The shifter itself, not bad. It's pretty smooth gearbox. It's pretty notchy, but it's not better than my Type R. You get an actual e-brake, not like the electronic ones. Get two nice cup holders. Perfectly fits this Boba Box cup. And some more storage. Cloth seats for the base model. But yeah, back seats, plenty of room. Very good visibility. Pretty good commuter car if you ask me. Would I buy one? Probably not.
It's pretty roomy. It's like decent. You can hide a body in here.
Well, is that in the car?
Yeah.
It just slams, like there's no like hydraulic system to slow it down. But yeah, you got decent trunk space. I was able to fit in my big camera gearbox. If you guys want to check out the owner of the car, I'll put it up right here. You can go check it out and see the progress on this build. Super excited to see what they do to this car and what other people do to this car. Still relatively new. I know a lot of people hate on this car, but it has potential to look a lot better through the aftermarket. I just wish they would come out with STI model. Maybe then I would consider owning one. I freaking hate these, the turn signal. It's like, it doesn't stay. You know, usually it stays on right or left. Like if you go up, it stays usually like this, but it's got this weird back and forth thing. Not very intuitive. Woo! Whoa! So yeah, obviously we have a aftermarket exhaust on this. So out of the factory, it does not sound like this. The older Subarus definitely sound better, in my opinion, with the unequal length headers. But that was cool, you get some pops back there. Clutch is super easy. This car is quite easy to drive, smooth. It's a shame we don't get an STI this year, or, you know, at all, I think. Coming from my Civic Type R, this feels extremely tame. Get some pops and crackles back there in the exhaust, it's nice. You got a backup camera.